My name is Lauren Merrill. This is my wife, Anna Merrill. We have 6 children. We have 2 older adopted boys that are 23, moved out of the house, but we have 4 here at home. Charlotte, who has cerebral palsy. Kalisha, who is our typical normal kid. And then we have Caroline with cerebral palsy and Harrison with cerebral palsy. We've always strived to keep our kids active and involved with different activities. And Special Olympics Unified has been a way to just expand that and to make it even more meaningful.
When I found out I was pregnant, I was teaching 2nd grade. Yeah, I remember I was coaching and running up and down the field pregnant, and I loved it, and I was excited. And when she was born, we dressed her in a little cheerleader costume. She was our little soccer girl. I noticed something right when she was born, Charlotte. Her eyes did funny things. She was arching kind of silly, but I don't know if it's being in a small town, but everyone just kept telling me she'd grow out of it, just newborn things. And it probably went on for 18 months to 2 years before, basically when I found out I was pregnant with Kalisha is about the time we found out stuff was going on with Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And that was really scary, and I didn't even tell anybody I was pregnant right away with Kalisha, because I was scared already. Well, everybody kept wanting to, I finally took her down to St. Joseph's Hospital for Phoenix Children. I wasn't sure what to do because everybody kept telling me 2 years plus that she was going to grow out of it. And at this point I'm a teacher. I'm smarter than that. I know something's wrong. So we went down to the hospital down there, and they started doing lots and lots of genetic testing, biopsies, all the different things, trying to figure out what was going on. And
electrodes all over.
Oh, I have tons of pictures of wires sticking all over her head, and MRIs, every test you can think of. And so it was scary. And I want to say we did probably tests and we started therapies. I didn't deny therapies. I didn't deny any help for her. But it probably took me 2 or 3 years before I allowed a diagnosis.
It was close to 3 years. Yeah.
And it was just hard to accept. It was hard to accept that my daughter was struggling. And I kept waiting for what the doctor said that she'd grow out of it.
Well, I remember when I found out that she was, diagnosed. I was getting ready to coach a soccer game, and my wife called on the cell phone. Basically, she was barely audible because she was very emotional and crying, and had just basically been told that our daughter was not ever going to be like any of the regular kids. That she was, and I think they used cerebral palsy at that point, which we've come to learn is more of a junk term. Nobody really knows exactly what's affecting our kids. My wife, 200 miles away, crying, not being there to hold her. To be there for her I was definitely worried about her, but then just I was getting ready to coach a soccer game with all these athletes that just run around and do all these things to know that my daughter would never have that opportunity. It was a hard day, for sure, to realize that.
That was hard to swallow. But I think that was what I needed, because I knew, as a mother, and I think I needed to hear her say she'll never walk, crawl, or get married. It was so weird, that jump, just all those. And I think it was what I needed. I needed that trigger inside of me, because that gave me the fight. That gave me the fight to prove that doctor wrong. And she's going to be the best mom, I know it. She was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, ataxia, several other things, but she still has a rare unknown disease. We don't know exactly what the disease is. It's a genetic disease. When Caroline was born, everything was perfect. But by 4 months, all the same signs were showing up. And I didn't wait for diagnosis. I didn't wait for therapies. Probably between 4 and 6 months is when we got therapy started. I recognized the same signs, and she got diagnosed. And that was tough. I didn't put her down for a long time. I didn't want people to know. I think because once everybody knew, then I had to accept it. I had another child with a disability. When they came to us with Special Olympics Unified and asked us to help pioneer it up here in the mountains, that was really exciting.
Kind of an answer to our prayers.
We invited them up and got things going. It's been wonderful watching the kids work together, the friends they've gained through this.
For our family, Special Olympics has been, an answer to our prayers, opportunity for our kids to participate in organized sports. You have a 2x50 relay where a partner, Charlotte's partner was our other daughter, Kalisha, without a disability, getting to run the 50 yards and hand the baton to Charlotte to have them be teammates, in front of a crowd of people getting cheered, the announcer over the PA, and just to get to experience that, which, Charlotte would never get to do that otherwise, have that experience, and get to do it with her sister, just, it's brought our family even closer together and more unified.
When we were in track, when we started competing with each other, I ran and got to tag her, and she started running as fast as she can, but we got 4th place. But that was pretty amazing. Seeing her competing with me.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing.
Special Olympics Unified has changed our life because it's brought our own unified family together. The friendships they've gained out of it for me is huge, because you always wonder, your child with a special needs, with a disability, are they going to have friends? And they see Charlotte with friends all around her. She came home from school the other day, just heartbroken. And she came home with bandages here and bandages all over. She was outside at PE, and a boy ran into her on accident. It happens because she gets bumped and just crashes to the ground and bumped into her. But she said, "Mom, all my friends came and picked me up." And that is what I needed to hear. And she just listed off all these kids. I don't even know all their names because there were so many that just came and lifted her up. And of course the little boy came back and said he was sorry. All those kids that came and lifted her up, and she started listing them off, were on our team. And so she's gained those friends through this unified team.
I like Special Olympics because I love competing with my sister, Kalisha. Giga love.
We just want to say thank you to Special Olympics reaching out to us, to recognizing we're a family that needs that support, and recognizing that we're more than just wanting to be, separated from the rest of the world, that we want to be unified, that we want to be a part of that big change. We love that they're being an example for the schools and bringing it into the schools. And I'm just very grateful to them, because it's something that we battle every day, and it's been nice to have something big and better supporting us in that and not feeling like we're alone.